Hey you guys, welcome into another video with Divine. I am here today to talk about living life without judgment, okay? Living life without judgment. So first we want to think about, what is judgment? You know what I'm saying? What is judgment? And when we start to think about judgments, don't we realize that a lot of people, almost everybody judges things totally different. So judgment really comes from perception, how we perceive, right? And perception comes from where we're at mentally. And where we're at mentally comes from our paradigm, our timeline that we're in, how we were raised. And even how we were raised can differ between all the different kids that was in that same household. You know what I mean? So understanding that it's very unique, it's very one-sided, it's not something that's, so I feel like that has been forgotten with social media. So many people want to group together and do different things and hate trains and all that stuff, but it's like everybody's really different. As much as they're trying to make it seem like we're so the same, we're so alike, that's a paradigm blindness. We're really different, okay? So I just want to put that out there before I start to get into this video. I appreciate you for being here. I love you. If you enjoy this content, leave me a energy donation. Like my video, comment, share it. Leave me a monetary donation. Go to my Cash App. Send me a little PayPal. I appreciate it. And I don't mind asking for anything because I'm what's worthy. Okay, let's get into it. In this world, in this 3D reality, you have to become like water. What is water? Are we not water already though? Okay, so feel me on that. But I'm not gonna go so deep. I'm gonna just keep it focused on this video right here. Tunnel vision. Y'all know how I be. I be then going on a whole nother tangent. You have to become like water, fluid. Think about different adjectives that describe water, okay? You must become like water, adaptable, flexible. Being rigid to your expectations will fail you every time, okay? When you're, and that is also too, like, being stuck on one outcome, being stuck on things working out one way, that's being rigid. That is when things will never go your way. Things will never go your way when you're in that energy. You have to be fluid. You have to be adaptable. You have to understand that things are constantly ever changing. And excuse me, adapt to what is needed in each moment, okay? Adapt and be flexible with what is in that moment and see what is needed of you in that moment, okay? So we're not going too far. This is kind of like as in on a path or a journey, we're only looking at that first step right in front of us. We don't need to know the whole journey. We don't have to look at the whole pathway. We just know we're going to keep following our steps. Oh, this is coming up. Just like if you fighting somebody and you doing your little samurai jack, you feel me? You got your sword. You're not looking at the competitor that you're about to compete with at the level 4 and you're at level 1. No, you're competing in level 1, getting it handled. Okay? Life is subjective to who you are in that moment. So if you want change or you want to alter your current reality and or an uncomfortable experience, be open, accept, and sit with whatever may be surfacing for you in that moment, okay? This is really vital, especially at this time that I'm posting this with this Cancer full moon, things being revealed. But it's very vital that you can accept what is being given to you in this moment. Because it's something that you manifested. I know y'all hate, some of y'all hate when I say that, but we create our environments, we attracted it. So it's almost like too, you want to know like, you kind of want to analyze too as you observe and you sit and be open and accept it. You want to kind of analyze too at the same time. Like what pattern is putting me here? What got me here? Observe. Anything that forms any feeling of outside of love is teaching you something, okay? Love is the highest vibration. It's the highest frequency. Whenever we are pushed into another vibration, as in bitterness, resentment, anger, hate, that's a reflection of something on the inside. What you hate in me, you hate in yourself. That's deep. Something that you hate in me, you hate in yourself. So like, say for instance, like somebody, when I was a young kid, I got a gap. It's different. People, oh, you want to bully a child. What they hated in me, they hated in themselves. They might not have had a gap, but they were uncomfortable with how they looked on the outside, or they were superficial. You know how little kids be? But even still today, you can use that example. Like, even like now, I deal with a lot of women. And it ain't about the gap and nothing like that. It's just people just be wanting to hate when you lit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what you hate in me, you love about me. You know what I'm saying? You hate it in yourself. You hate that you can't be comfortable with yourself. You hate that you can't be open. Or look, like another one too, like when it comes to spirituality and people hate on that, like people that's religious. You hate in me what you wish that you could be embodying in your own life. I'm telling you, it's just the laws of the universe. It's just how things work, okay? This is not my laws. This is not, I didn't make this up. This is facts, okay? Hey, open up them ears. Lock in, listen, okay? Anything that forms any feeling outside of love is teaching you something. Teachable moments. Why am I angry right now? What is this teaching me? This may be teaching you that I'm insecure in this area, or my inner child needs healing in this area, or what is it teaching you? This will shift your pattern. As you start to do this, this will shift your pattern, which pattern is also known as a paradigm. This is why I tell y'all too that changing your pattern, that's why like I used to be a person that was of habit. I had to get out of that. I had to start to move around, be comfortable with being uncomfortable, be comfortable with doing different things and adjusting quickly and making quick adjustments. You know what I'm saying? You got to be comfortable with that because you never know what life's going to give you. But you always want to make sure that if it's lemons, you want to make lemonade. That you always want to produce. You know what I'm saying? You stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So literally, in doing this step right here by observing, not reacting, we're just observing because I'm not feeling love right now. So, what is that? That's observing. That's critical thinking. That's looking into the situation. You are breaking yourself free from a paradigm blindness, okay? I've spoken about paradigm blindness on my channel before. Go watch some of my lives about breaking free from the matrix. But you're breaking yourself free from a paradigm blindness, okay? What is a paradigm blindness? Go check my other videos out. I talked about it, okay? Especially that live break free from the matrix, controlling your mind and stuff like that. Those videos, I talk about that. Now, the uncomfortableness is really only in the body, which you are not. You are not the body. Anything that you're aware of, you're not. Anything that you are aware of, you're not. That's why when I say there were reflections and things like that, because it's not really us. It's all one. You know what I'm saying? And it's like anything that we're aware of, we're not. Now, I know that's deep. Just let that sizzle in your spirit. Because the mind may not catch it, but that spirit gonna catch it. That subconscious mind. Conscious mind may not catch that, but the subconscious mind can catch it. So just listen. Let it play. The uncomfortableness is really only in the body, which you are not. You are only in this body temporarily. We live multiple lives. We transit. We do all these things. This body is not us. It's not us. Okay, and I'm not going to break that down right now because make the video super long. But when we think about the process of creation, how was creation? How did it start? Okay, you know, some people believe that God said let there be light, or whatever the case may be. This is what I believe. First, there was awareness. Like I said, awareness. That was the first thing. That's what we are, our awareness. But anything we're aware of, we're not. Shit, I hope y'all catching it. The next thing was consciousness. Consciousness. The next thing was mind. And then the next thing was body. So our body was the last thing, okay? Our body was the last thing. And I challenge you guys to operate from awareness. Okay, I will have some meditations on my Patreon where I help you connect with your awareness, connect with understanding like your body and how it's really not you, and looking around. Like, I get you to understand that because you start to get it. Not in your mind, but you become aware. You may just even be conscious right now, but are you aware? I lay y'all. Look at the bigger picture. You can see the picture because you're not in the frame anymore, okay? Like, I tell people a lot, like I always analyze my life from like my highest self. Like, when I be doing shit, I just be like, bro, like if I do some dumb shit or something that's just like out of my, like, just who the fuck is that? Like, and even just dumb and all that, that's labels. If I just do things that I really don't feel aligned with, I just will look at myself from my highest self like, okay, so now we see that that may be a weak area within the mind or the brain. That may be a trigger, so how can we heal that so we don't go in that moment? And then I will literally come back like, okay, well, we can heal that because I think that came from me having resentment against my mom as a child growing up. And that is where that's triggering. So we're not going to buy into that narrative no more. We're going to forgive her because everything is love. And if I resent her, that's going to be on me. Like, this is what you got to do, okay? This is what you got to do, okay? I love y'all. Love yourself. Join my Patreon. It's gonna be lit. I'm getting out some videos for y'all to have. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing like at least 3 to 4 videos on there that will not be on YouTube every day on my Patreon. And I'll probably just take 1 day a week off because a lot of the things that I do show y'all and teach y'all, and this is my life. It's not like I'm having to do things that, no, this is what I do on a day-to-day basis, so I'm just pulling up a camera. You know, I talk to people about things like this on a day-to-day basis. My candles, my magic of the day, I do these things on a day-to-day basis, so it's not that, you know, so I love y'all. I will see you on my Patreon. Peace.